Check, check. 1, 2, check, 1, 2, check, check, 1, 2, check, 1.
Check, cool.
Live from the studios of NBC 12 and ABC 25, this is Good Morning Jacksonville at 6.
Here are the big stories at 6 a.m. Number one, a coal-fired power plant in Jacksonville shutting down. Florida Power and Light says closing it's going to help the environment. It's going to save customers more than $70 million. Cedar Bay plant will close on New Year's Eve.
And your second big story on this Thursday morning, Wolfson Children's Hospital is hit with a major lawsuit. A local family claims doctors waited too long to perform surgery on their toddler after she swallowed a button battery. Now they say the battery burned her esophagus and caused some permanent damage.
And number three, do not be surprised if you see a lot of USPS delivery trucks in your neighborhood today. They're dropping off packages, getting those deliveries. The busiest delivery day of the year for greeting cards and your packages. Remember, tomorrow is going to be the last day to ship via Priority Express Mail if you want it to get there for Christmas. That is a hustle, ladies and gentlemen.
Did you get all of your packages out, mailed out in time, you think?
You know it, Keitha.
No.
Come on, you know
By the look in that face, I don't think you did. I don't think you did.
You see it in my eyes?
Telling
see
a
the
fib.
want to in my eyes?
Good morning, folks. Happy Thursday morning. Thanks for waking up with us here at Good Morning Jacksonville. I'm Keitha Nelson.
Good morning, Keith. I'm Lou Turner. Before we get to weather and traffic, let us take a look at the number one trending story on social media in Jacksonville Live. You had Grayson Allen talk, this Providence star, now Duke player, but the Poinsettia Bowl last night has a lot of you talking on social media. A lot of wacky plays during the game if you stayed up and watched, like that one there, the poor punter.
Aww.
Things happen in life, gets a little butterfingers, and then
yeah,
the BYU guy lays him out. We've all had mornings like that, right? Maybe he just needs an extra cup of coffee. He'll be just fine.
Perhaps.
BYU went on to win the Poinsettia Bowl, by the way, over Wyoming. You stayed up and watched one of the 50,000 bowl games they've got on right now. There's Lindsay.
Hey, Lindsay.
He had one job.
You have one job, right? Exactly.
One job.
Come on, give
Poor
him a
guy.
break.
You know what? He's going to be remembered for that for a long, long time. All right, temperatures today, starting out a little bit on the chilly side, 37 in Waycross, 41 in Homerville, Cecil Airport out towards Keystone Heights coming in at 41 as well. A little warmer along the coast, mid to upper 40s from St. Augustine all the way up to St. Simon's Island. And we'll continue to warm up into the lower 70s. We'll maybe cool off a degree or two before we start that upwards climb, but we'll top out right at about 71, 72 degrees with mostly sunny skies all across the First Coast for your Thursday. Tomorrow, 67 degrees, Saturday, 75, and it keeps on going up from here. We'll talk about your forecast for this weekend coming up a little bit later on. Right now, let's go to the ViStar Credit Union Traffic Center, taking a look at the roads this morning. Still following that fatal accident on I-95 southbound. This is at Old St. Augustine Road. Here is that ramp here. Slow go on that ramp. Just be very careful. As you can see, some cars are taking their time getting on that ramp. Here's that semi that was involved. It is a fatality. We'll have more information coming up on this a little bit later on. Elsewhere, though, things are looking good. Again, zooming into this accident here, it looks like a little bit of a slowdown. This accident's impacting Old St. Augustine Road. So if you're traveling in that area, maybe leave a few minutes early if you can. Elsewhere, though, in and out of 95 or out of Georgia, things are looking good. And then into downtown from St. Augustine on 95, things are looking pretty good as well. Southbound 295 to downtown will take you 9 minutes. 295 to downtown northbound will take you 13 minutes. Guys.
Lindsay, thank you. Let's follow up with some breaking news. This is out of Ocala this morning. Our sister station out of Orlando says an officer with the Ocala Police Department was involved in a shooting late Wednesday night. Happened just before midnight at the Ocala Regional Medical Center. The State Department of Law Enforcement has been called in to investigate. Now we'll bring you the latest on that investigation as soon as possible. Now in Pasco County, a joint terrorism task force is now looking into whether a 21-year-old man has ties to terror groups after he was arrested in Newport Richey last night. Sharif El-Agani was taken into custody after police said his father passed out from fumes inside their home. When officers went in to investigate the fumes, they found what they called suspicious materials in El-Agani's bedroom.
A scary incident on the highway overnight. One person is dead this morning after a semi-truck and a car collided. It happened on I-95 southbound near Old St. Augustine Road. Here's a look at the scene for you right there. This is a video of the aftermath. You can see the car and multiple officers. They were on scene there. Investigators say that the driver of Mercedes was stopped in an area that separates the interstate and the exit lane. Troopers say the driver of the semi was traveling in the exit lane and did not realize it. Now, at one point, he tried to get back into the right lane of travel. That's when they struck the back of the Mercedes. 28-year-old Hezekiah Griggs III was pronounced dead at that scene. The right lane remains closed near the exit.
Not too well, it's just bizarre, ladies and gentlemen. A strange story out of the Avenues Mall. A local woman in JCPenney parking lot finishing up some shopping when police say a man bit her, then stole her car. Frightening behavior didn't stop there, though. It continued, and Shelby Danielson is live at the Avenues with more on the incident and the warning for other shoppers. Shelby?
Hey, Lewis, good morning. It is strange, a string of attacks all around the south side. And as you mentioned, the first attack happened right behind me in the JCPenney's parking lot at the Avenues. If you take a look at the map, though, you can see how they are all very close to each other. These three attacks, three women who were robbed by this man who has now been arrested all around the south side. And it happened early in the morning, a time when you think it would be safe to come out and go shopping. Around 8 o'clock is when police were called. So after the incident at the Avenues, when the man stole the woman's car and bit her, she was able to get away. He ended up robbing and punching a woman in the face on another part of the south side. And then after that, a third incident at the Country Inn and Suites, that's off Salisbury Road. And that's when he walked into a woman's hotel room there. She threw hot coffee on him, which is great. Whatever you can do to get away and protect yourself. And that's when he stepped outside and was arrested. This is that man right there. If you take a look at his picture, Joseph Riles. Again, he is in police custody, but this is a warning for everyone, especially during the holiday season, to please be safe, be aware of your surroundings. And as you hear from this couple, try not to go out alone.
You know, people are steadily, looking for victims, and just don't be the victim. Be aware of your surroundings. And I tell her, you're coming with me. If my daughter's going out, take your mom, take your brother, take someone, just don't go alone.
Important tips there. Now we're going to have some more tips for you coming up at 6:45. Stick with us and we'll talk more about this then. Reporting live at the Avenues, Shelby Danielson, First Coast News.
Thank you, Shelby. Well, as we close out 2016, you can look back and recall stories we've done about violence from all over our area, reporting on multiple murders, assaults, thefts, and some of those cases are still open, which is why this morning we would like to talk to you about Crime Stoppers for a moment. You hear us give out that number over and over again in a newscast, 866-845-TIPS. We can do it without even seeing it there on screen. It is ingrained in us. But how does it all work? Crime Stoppers can get crime out of your neighborhood, all while staying anonymous.
Crime doesn't happen in a vacuum. Someone sees something, someone hears something, but sometimes witnesses don't want to talk to police.
The police aren't everywhere. They can't do everything by themselves. They don't know what all's going on, but the people do.
If you want crime gone, witnesses have to speak up. If they're afraid to talk to police, there's Crime Stoppers. Tips are guaranteed anonymous.
This is how you stay anonymous. When you call the number to First Coast Crime Stoppers, you talk to someone in a phone bank in Canada. After your tip is given, they take down that information and email it back to the Crime Stoppers organization. From there, they send it over to law enforcement that needs it. But how do you get the reward money? Well, when you call in that tip to the phone bank in Canada, you're given a specific number. Then when you call back to Crime Stoppers to find out if an arrest has been made in that case, you tell them the number and they'll let you know. And sometimes you're eligible for a reward. They'll let you know that as well. They'll tell you a specific bank to go to in town. You can go whenever you want, go through the drive-thru, give the teller your number. They will hand over the reward money in cash. You drive away. No questions asked. Never at any point in this entire process do you ever have to give your name or even see anyone face to face. So that is how you remain anonymous.
It is that simple, and even the little pieces of information are often what put the puzzle together for police.
You know, if I could just find this, if I could just get this, if I could just get a tip on this. And it's the little things that ultimately give you the information to put that case together enough to be able to make an arrest on it.
Because holding those accountable for committing serious crimes is the first step to keeping our community safer.
If you got information and you don't do either, shame on you. There's no excuse for it. Shame on you. You can't complain about crime if you're not going to be part of the system to help it.
Katie Jeffries reporting there. Since July of 2015 to July of this year, they have gotten more than 4,700 tips and paid out more than $61,000 in rewards. Since it all began back in 2002, First Coast Crime Stoppers tips have led to the arrest of 111 people for murder. The number again, 866-845-TIPS. Keitha.
Well, some big news for a Florida woman and her sidekick. Up next, what the state just decided about her pet gator. His name, Rambo, of course. Plus, enough is enough. The warning IKEA just issued to crack down on teens having sleepovers in their store. We're back in 2 minutes.
There you go, Lindsay.
Can't wait to hear that one. All right, we have a little bit of fog out there this morning. We'll talk about what areas are impacted. We've got your weekend forecast coming up. Sure. Just about 6:13 on this Thursday, Friday Eve, as we like to call it. So close to the weekend, and a big weekend all across the United States and, well, just about everywhere, actually. So Brunswick is having some fog issues right now, down to 3/4 mile visibility. Elsewhere, though, things are looking pretty good. Just a little bit of visibility issues out towards Cecil Airport. Hour by hour, gradually getting warmer, making it into the lower 70s out there. Mostly sunny skies through the day. It's going to be a pretty nice weekend. We're talking about Hanukkah starting on Saturday. We've got Christmas on Sunday, Kwanzaa starting on Monday. So a busy, busy time of the year, and temperatures here are going to be right about 78 degrees on Sunday for Christmas. And then we get warmer from there. We'll talk about that coming up. Right now, let's go to the VyStar Credit Union Traffic Center. Keeping a look at the roads this morning. Things are looking pretty good. We do have that one fatality on I-95 southbound, still cleaning that up. That's at Old St. Augustine Road. So if you're traveling in that area, be very mindful of that. Going in and out of our bases, things are looking good. A little bit of a slowdown getting onto Kings Bay from Kings Bay Road. Mayport, looking pretty good right now as well. And then over towards NAS Jacks, a little bit of a slowdown getting onto base here on 17 northbound. That's expected this time of the morning. 295 northbound from I-95 to Blanding Boulevard will take you 10 minutes, and then 10 minutes from Blanding to I-95 southbound.
Thanks, Lindsay. Now, this is interesting and a little surprising as well. Almost 40% of all young adults are living with their parents, and that's the highest percentage in 75 years. The only other time in American history where the percentage was higher was back in 1940 when the economy was recovering from the Great Depression. Experts say there are several factors that contribute to this, including Americans delaying marriage, low-paying jobs, and student loan debt.
Okay. Well, here's one for you. IKEA has a warning for teenage pranksters this morning. Stop having sleepovers in our stores, man. Come on. The Swedish retailer says that in the past year, there have been at least 10 cases of teen hiding in IKEA stores until the doors are locked for closing time and then spending the night in the store. And then on top of it all, posting videos of their exploits to YouTube. It's happened in stores in the United States, Canada, Europe, and Japan. IKEA says it takes these sleepovers seriously and it can't guarantee safety for people who do it. They also say it's illegal, by the way, and it's trespassing, and they'll be prosecuted. Why?
Well, the kids are posting the video, right?
Yep, so there you go, evidence.
You can catch them pretty quickly.
Learn to not post video, for heaven's sakes, at least.
Foolishness. All right, some holiday cheer for a Lakeland homeowner. She gets to keep her unconventional companion. Ugh. There's Rambo for you. He's a pet alligator. Mary Thorne's beloved sidekick has been with her for more than a decade. Wow. But new rules require a captured gator of Rambo's size. Did he just have on a Santa hat?
He did. He was dressed as Santa. He's beautiful.
So gators of Rambo's size, they have to live in at least 2.5 acres of land. After a year-long battle, Thorne says state officials finally dropped the case.
As you see, he's like a little baby. This is his favorite spot. I'm his favorite mommy.
Oh my gosh.
Mary, that's not a baby.
That's adorable. Keita, it's love.
She's happy. That's all that matters.
Yep.
One drawback to the decision, though, Thorne is no longer allowed to show off her gator in public. She used to take him to Toys for Tots and other events to educate and allow people to see a gator up close.
Notice the reporters on the other side of the fence there. She's holding him like a baby, cradling it. Go
She
on in there and
certainly is.
hold the baby gator, too.
But a decade's a long time, so,
They're
you know.
close. Yeah. Okay. Well, the story hopefully will have a happy ending. Grayson Allen tripping and involved in yet another controversy. I'm saying tripping literally and to be hip. The play that happened last night that has fans calling for his suspension now.
A high school student gets accepted into her dream college, and her reaction, well,
It's awesome.
there you go.
Yeah.
That's still ahead.
Well, Grayson Allen did it again. Okay, Jacksonville product, Providence School, current Duke student. Grayson Allen feeling the heat after being involved in another basketball situation there. Again, driving the lane, had him beat. Grayson Allen seems to stick his foot out, trips him. And did he even have him beat? I mean, I don't know. Okay, so Duke's playing Elon, a team they're better than. Allen appeared to trip the player, though, taking his competition to the next level during the game. This after being involved in 2 other tripping incidents this past year. He did get a technical foul, and then on the bench, where is the temper generated from? Is it generated from because he's angry at the caller, or is he angry at himself? Anyway, you got to watch what happens there on the bench. He flips. Didn't play again, sat it out all out, and coaches had to calm him down on the bench. He did give a tearful apology, though, after the game. Coach K called the whole thing inexcusable. Of course, that's Coach Mike Krzyzewski of Duke. Many on ESPN and then on social media, of course, reacting and really reacting, saying he should be suspended, especially since it's his 3rd offense. Coach Krzyzewski says he will handle this. Keitha?
I hope so.
Yeah.
Kid needs to calm down. 20 minutes now past the hour. Being accepted to the college of your choice is a great reason to celebrate. Now, earlier this month, we showed you a video of a teen who got accepted to Cornell. Now, another acceptance video has gone viral. Here's why. Oh my gosh, laughter turned into tears. I'm excited for her. This is Rachel Pesci. For her entire life, she's wanted to go to Providence College. Yes, she finally got in. She got the news in the mail. Her sister posted this video and said that this is the best Christmas present she could have ever asked for. Yay! Lindsay, what did you do when you got accepted into college? Did you flip out?
No, I didn't. I didn't really have like I need to go to that school. I applied to Illinois State University, got into Illinois State University, and there I went through school. Nothing exciting. Kind of boring. I know, very boring. Yes, I know, boring. 6:21 is your time. Sun's going to rise this morning at 7:19. It's going to set at 5:31. We've got 10 hours and 12 minutes of sunlight. That's a minute more than we saw yesterday, so it's going on up from here. Temperatures this morning a little bit on the chilly side. Actually, towards Waycross, we're looking at temps right in those mid to upper 30s. We'll be in those 70s for a high today. A little bit of a foggy start, perhaps sunny skies, though, as we head through the rest of the day. Out towards Lake City, things are looking pretty good. We're going to get up into those low to mid 70s, depending on where you live. A chilly start, but mostly sunny by this afternoon. The next few days looking pretty good as well. A little bit cooler on Friday. We'll be in those mid to upper 60s. Maybe a coastal shower possible, but other than that, we're looking very, very nice for this weekend. 75 Saturday, 78 on Sunday, 80 on Monday, and then 82 on Tuesday. Looking very nice. Let's go to the VyStar Credit Union Traffic Center. Things on the road looking pretty good as well. We did just get a crash in, though. This is in the North Arlington area. We'll talk about that in just a minute, but in and out of the beaches looking good. Atlantic westbound, 21 minutes. JTB westbound will take you 11. Dames Point Bridge looking good. Here is that crash at Monument and McCormick. No roadblock there, but you could see a little bit of a slowdown as you approach Monument on McCormick going eastbound or towards the ocean. Downtown Bridges looking good. Buckman looking good so far. A little bit of a slowdown on 17 northbound, going closer to 295, but I'll keep an eye on your roadways for the rest of the morning. Guys?
Okay, Lindsay, thank you. Of course, coming up, we know that time is running out to buy Christmas gifts. A couple days away, but Matt Granite to the rescue. He has some great last-minute ideas.
Plus, McDonald's is being sued again. The reason one man says those extra value meals are a fraud.
What? 6:26 is your time. Here's one for you. Another one. Great. An Illinois man suing McDonald's over the price of its value meals. Now, wait. This makes sense, sort of. James Gertie says the $5.90 meal with 2 cheeseburgers, fries, and a drink is actually 41 cents more expensive than if you just decided to purchase those items separately. There's no extra value. So, Gertie is calling this consumer fraud and deceptive practices. He's taking it to a serious level here. He says the suit is about principle, not necessarily 41 cents. It might become a class action suit. McDonald's not saying nothing.
All right, if you want breakfast for dinner or vice versa, there will soon be a one-stop restaurant, but you'd have to travel to the Motor City. IHOP and Applebee's will be opening a 300-seat double restaurant for anyone who has a hankering for pancakes and pasta. The restaurant will also have a coffee bar. You okay, Luke?
No,
you want some?
good.
Okay. It will open late next year in Detroit. No indications yet, though, whether or not the company that owns both chains will expand the concept right here to Jacksonville. I love breakfast at any time of the day, so I kind of like it, but you're not.
I'm not trying to combine it with my spaghetti.
Yeah.
That you just said. Pancakes, fun.
Okay. All right.
Some bright gadgets can make a great last-minute gift, and Money Man Matt Granite shows us one popular price drop right before the big day.
Great to be with you, and a huge thanks to a focus group where I just sent 10 different gadgets, and we wanted to see who wanted what the most, who clicked on what, and there was one gadget, which is an alarm clock and a nightlight that is touch-powered, where you can answer your phone calls from across the room. You always know what time it is, and the sound on this thing?
Yeah, you better watch out, you better not try, you better